What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Mordhau video. Today on the channel I'm going to be showing you how I think you can become a better frontline player with these 5 tips that I've been thinking about over the last few days. I believe that they do make a significant impact on games of Frontline, so I hope these tips help you. If they do, be sure to leave a thumbs up, comment in the section below, and hit that subscriber button. Cheers, boys. My first tip is going to be the importance of wooden mallets and building defensive structures around the map. Most people will breeze straight past hammers in an effort to get into the combat first, leaving the builders to build up the defences on each point. I'm sure most of you that have attacked a point have found it much more difficult when the barricades have been put in place and built up by the builders or people who have picked up the wooden mallets. Not only does it put you at a disadvantage as you're bottlenecked, it also gives the archers a much bigger opportunity to snipe you. So I encourage you to, whenever you have the opportunity, pick up a hammer and build up the barricades. It will work in your favour, especially if the enemy push you back from the main point you're fighting at. If the point behind you already has barricades, that can mean the difference between winning and losing that point. My second tip is going to be counter cavalry and counter siege. It's always good to have something in place to take out them pesky horse riders and the catapults and ballistas, which you'll find yourself encountering quite a lot on maps like Grad, Camp and Mountain Peak. Now I've built 2 classes specifically for countering siege weapons and cavalry. With my siege counter, I've got a short sword, 2 fire bombs, dodge, light armor and rat so that you can sneak up on people and escape if you need to. On my counter cavalry, I have the billhook, which is literally the only weapon that you can take a cavalry rider out off of the horse if he's full health, level 333 armor, without killing the horse. Also, 2 sets of throwing axes just in case you miss your swing. Most of the time, countering siege and cavalry isn't about getting the kills, it's about preventing them from killing your friends. You can also use other siege weaponry to counter siege weaponry. By using the catapult, I take out the ballista and probably save a few teammates' lives. Tip number 3 is going to be, don't waste points on perks. Carry a bandage. A bandage costs 1 point. If you're using perks that you don't think you need, always carry a bandage. It can mean the difference between staying in a fight and killing X amount of opponents or having to run away and heal up. Using Tenacious is a great perk, and if you can afford it, use that on top of carrying a bandage. But I always recommend to carry a bandage if you have the points. For my fourth tip, I'm going to recommend that everyone utilizes siege weaponry. Make yourself acquainted with how it works and how powerful it can be in the right hands. It really can turn the tide of a battle. Don't be afraid to create a builder class. Placing down a well-placed ballista can mean the difference between winning and losing a capture point by controlling a bottleneck. Or even playing as infantry, utilizing the catapult and the static ballistas. And last but not least, tip number 5. This tip is going to be exclusive to the map Camp, as it really favours those who play as cavalry. Cavalry is my favourite thing to play on Frontline purely because of the fact the mobility you have, the diversity during fights, and the risk and reward. If you fly into a crowd of people, the likelihood of you coming out of it is very, very slim unless you play your cards right. That kind of risk and reward is what really makes Mordhau exciting for me. However, the likelihood of you surviving fights whilst on horseback is very slim if you're carrying a spear or a halberd, as it means you're going to be running very low armor. This is a tip to help you run level 3 helmet, level 3 chest, level 3 legs, and still use a spear consistently every time you get a horse on camp. As you can see here, I've managed to spawn and get myself a horse. I'm going to show you a few static spear spawn locations, just so next time you pick up a horse and you're wearing level 333 armor, you can utilize that and use that to your advantage. However, these spears do spawn in different locations, so take note of the ones that I've shown you and look out for other ones because they will be poking out the ground and sometimes you just have to look for them. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. It did take me quite a while to compile these tips because I had to think about them. I didn't just want to put out the same tips that everyone else has been putting out, the ones that you all know already. These are ones that I've sort of compiled over the course of like 200 hours. I really hope they've helped you. If they have, be sure to drop a like, hit me up with some feedback in the comment section below, hit the subscribe button to show your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, boys. One dead. Power, get him, Gnome! Behind you, Gnome!
Shit! The fucking sweats are killing me, man! Help! Help! I'm a gnome, why are you fucking sweating?
Another one dead.